Welcome to my YouTube channel, Rabino Dahilig. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and of course click our notification bell for more updates on our newest videos. So for our today's episode, I'm gonna be sitting down with a fellow actor who happens to be my friend. He became a friend of mine because of this industry, and he being a model, he will give you more tips on how to start as one, and both of us are gonna give you tips if you are interested and if you think you want to be an actor. Before we start, I just wanna acknowledge Figure Site for my shirt. And if you want to purchase online, you can go to their website, figuresite.com. And if you want to purchase and get a discount, just type INA1, that's INA1, to get 10% discount. And if you want to order 2, you can type INA2 to get 15% discount. And if you have 3 or more purchases, then upon checkout, please type INA3, that's INA3, to get 20% discount. So thank you so much, figuresite.com, for my shirt. I don't want to introduce any further, but I will let him do the introduction himself. So here's my friend Jake Rohr.
Yes, thank you for having me, Anna. Thank you so much. Yeah, so I'm Jake Rohr. I'm a model, actor, and influencer. And so yeah, my purpose is to be here and to help out and be able to, I would say, kind of shift Hollywood into being able to love people well, and people being able to just like have this great community. So
let's try to get into, not really skip, but let's do it like one by one. Okay, so Jake and I met in January, early this year, before COVID. And it's in one of the projects for a commercial, I think, when it lasted like midnight almost.
That was crazy. Yeah,
we almost gave up because it's so freaking cold.
Yeah, it was freezing.
It was so freezing out there. And we were not really friends before. Like, we don't know each other, but it was like one of those first things that I think both of us will never forget.
Yeah, that was...
From then on, like, we had few more projects after that, right? Mm-hmm. And which is rare to happen. Mm-hmm. So who is Jake Rohr?
I would say I'm just a loving individual, mm-hmm. just there to help people. Mm-hmm. I always thought that my mission was to be there and to like be an actor and everything, but really I think my mission is to serve.
Are you from California?
I am not from California. Mm-hmm. I'm originally from Tennessee.
I also love how the film industry is in here.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I never thought I would be able to do this again, because mm-hmm. back home I was, doing it since college.
Wow. That's amazing.
So this is my dream when I was a child. So I want to know, how did you know and when did you know that you love to do this thing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think I came to act and model. Actually, it was really all of a sudden, because in my pursuit when I was younger, I wanted to be a professional soccer player more than anything.
But were you able to do that?
I wasn't. I was able to go pretty high. I was on an Olympic development program, mm-hmm. which is, I'm very, very thankful. Mm-hmm. I think anything that I do, I have a drive, a really big drive, and mm-hmm. I think entertainment came actually when I had an opportunity to do assemblies in schools. Mm. And as I did assemblies in schools, I think just the acting really came with it. Mm-hmm. And then from there, I started to see that I had certain gifts. Mm-hmm. Interesting enough, when I actually was mm-hmm. doing the assemblies, I was the worst when it came to acting and to speaking in front of mm-hmm. this audience. Mm-hmm. And yeah, and it was great. It was actually quite interesting and mm-hmm. a very big challenge. Mm-hmm. But over time, I just kind of just kept on honing in this craft mm-hmm. and just getting better and better.
Yeah, because you know what, I also have an eye for someone who has a potential in the industry. And if I'm going to look at you, just merely looking at you, or probably even the pictures, or even mm-hmm. Through videos, or even personal profile.
Yes.
you have a character. You have a good character that you can play a villain. You can you can play like a bad guy, kind of romantic guy in the movie.
Yeah.
You can also be in a comedy or in anything, or a superhero or something like that, or a model. Yeah, really a model. So you have a lot of things that you can contribute to the industry. Well, I'm not really underestimating myself or my capacity as a talent like you, but I'm basically Asian here in Hollywood. You know what I mean? I can look like American because I am not, and I can't really make myself look like that. So, but in the Philippines, I can play different roles as well. But it's something that it is to your advantage.
Oh.
So how are you using that as your advantage?
Yeah, I'm using it as my advantage because, of course, there's certain roles that I fit in, and usually there's a need for my look or the way that I act, and so yeah, I definitely hone in on that, and I use that.
Yeah, and I checked your Instagram, and you have 7,000 followers. How do you maintain that, and how did you achieve that? That you have, certain number of followers, and which is a requirement when, especially you're modeling, right?
Yeah.
The companies are looking at how many followers you have.
Exactly.
And it's a big plus. So.
Yeah, that's very true. For me, I work on it almost every single day. I mean, I don't think there's a time when I'm not actually like looking and trying to grow in that area. So a lot of people are like, how do you do this or whatever? I actually don't think I'm even to the point where I need to be for how long I actually spend on it. But I think a lot of times these people are like, how do you do it? But I do it I'm doing it constantly, every single day. I'm thinking about ideas. I'm reaching out to people. Yeah, I'm reaching out to people continuously, and yeah.
Well, that's cool. Because I never thought that you should do that until I get some collaboration with some companies that too, and that's part of the requirement. Then that's when I knew so it matters. Before I was like, okay, upload photos. Okay, I have an account. Okay, that's it. It's just about it.
I think what's actually true, and actually what's been actually happening on Instagram recently is actually the engagement. If they see that you actually have more engagement, they don't care actually about your followers. If they see that you have a lot of people that are talking in the comments, that's actually more valuable than actually looking at a whole bunch of numbers.
How long have you been doing this already?
So I've been acting and modeling for 2 years professionally. And that just happened super randomly. What actually happened was, it's a really, really long story, but to get to the gist of it, I prayed for somebody, and we became really, really good friends. And actually, just through that bond, he was able to connect me with a whole bunch of like-minded people in the industry. And then from there, I went to doing a Chick-fil-A commercial, to working on Spider-Man, like a promo video, to doing more stuff for How to Train Your Dragon promo videos, and just all that stuff. And it happened it was naturally happened, and I was like, whoa, I think I got something here.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's like, a door is open.
Yeah.
And then why not enter? It's
Just,
already open.
I'm sprinting,
Yes.
So.
And I just want to tell them that in this industry, it's so hard to find real people, because sometimes it's hard to gauge the character of the person, so you don't really get a friend in the industry. So it's like a hi and goodbye, right? Once you get into the shoot location, you just do your thing, you say hi to the people, to all the staff, and they are usually and normally very nice people or nice staff to work with. And then you just leave, and then it's very rare that you get to work with them again. So you're lucky if you see them again.
Yeah.
But normally you don't, so it's like basically hi and goodbye. But in our case, we bump into few occasions where we would also ride in one car, and one time we got stuck in the train station because of we didn't expect the time of the shoot will be over like late night, something like that. So that's when we're able to talk, and he's like a brother. He took care of a sister. So but anyway, I really treasure the time that we start really communicating. And then what I loved about your personality is that when you would message, and I found out that you have a message that I was not able to see and check. You said, what can I pray you for today? It's like, oh gosh, because I also love him. You know what I mean. I love him a lot. So it was pretty hard for me to penetrate commercial, because whenever they ask you like, okay, did you have any project? No, not yet. I feel I'm losing my confidence. But when I hit one, that's the start of everything. So it's very important that you have to be patient and persevere, because you just need one time to do it. Once you start that, believe me, it will follow. I mean, another project will follow. So in your case, what's your take about persevering in this industry?
Yeah, so I think my advice would definitely be to truly actually be patient, and also I would definitely have to guide you guys to learn how to suffer. Truthfully, you have to learn how to suffer, because this industry isn't easy. There's like Ina was saying, that there is thousands of people that are in this.
There's rejections.
There's like I said, I haven't. Sometimes I had to go for months without getting something. But it's like, when you love something, you'll stick with it. And I think for me, I think that talent actually is important. But I think if you know how to suffer and continue to persevere, who could beat you? Because I mean, for me, I plan on doing this until I can't walk anymore. So maybe I can even still do it while I'm not walking.
I'm saying that too.
But so if I get to, I have it honestly on my mind. If I'm 40 and I'm still in this same spot, I don't care. I'm gonna keep on going.
I would say, ouch, I'm in my 40s already, but I'm still doing it, and I still see myself.
See, that's the thing. I did not know she does not look 40. She doesn't look 40.
I'm 44.
Gotcha.
So that's a thing, and you don't just give up your passion.
Exactly.
You don't just give up the thing that you thought is very rare and very special. Not everyone loves to be in the limelight. Everyone loves to be in front of the camera, but once they learn that, oh, you need this to have that, that's the thing. That's a difference. That's a difference, because you have to have so many things or characteristics that you have to possess in order to be in this industry. It's not just because, oh, I love to be in that. Okay, you know how to do this? No, I don't think I can do that. I cannot be spontaneous in front of the camera. I cannot do improvisation. I cannot be in this character. I cannot be in this role. Okay, so just forget about it. Because you have to be creative.
Yeah.
The director cannot always spoon feed you. Hey, Jake, you have to be tough because I told you you're a bad guy. So you also have to create, right? Like, you have to be creative. That, okay, this is me, but I can do more.
Yeah.
And you have to squeeze in the real character, so that you have to be special. And then the next thing you know, you'd have more projects, because hey, he can give me something more than I expected. So that is in order to stand out, right?
I would definitely have to say that, yeah, you really have to learn how to not care about what people think. When it comes to being an actor, when it comes to being a model, sometimes you're getting shot, when it comes to like modeling, you're having to do all these crazy poses, you're maybe even in the public. You just have to just not care what people think. Even when it comes to even acting. So it was funny, I actually was on this music video, and I was supposed to actually yell one of my favorite artists, and it was really funny because the actual director, when I was yelling, and also the artist, they started laughing, and I'm like, why are you guys laughing? Like, wait, I'm like being serious. I'm supposed to be like the mean guy, and so yeah, you have to just keep on going. You don't. That's a big thing for everyone in acting, is you don't stop until it says cut. Yeah. Keep on going.
Yeah. And I remember one time when I was doing a video for a commercial. So before we started, like, I think I was the first on the list. I came in really early, because I know sometimes back in the Philippines, when you say VTR, or it's like an audition, or a go see, something like that, the line is really long because there's a lot of talents out there. So I was the first one, and then when we were, sat together in one room, and the caster asked us, okay, this is about this and that, so if you think you're beautiful and you don't want to make yourself look ugly in the camera, then you're free to leave. I think 2 girls left and was like, I really don't care if I look ugly, for as long as there's money.
Oh, we
I mean, they're gonna pay me for this project. My gosh, I will forget that I'm cute or what. So they left, and you know what? We ended up.
You know what I'm thinking of right now, right?
Huh?
You know what I'm thinking of right now, right?
Yeah. So we were the two. I think 2 of us were left.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they like my acting because I really gave my all on, man. They already mentioned how much we're gonna get. So it's like I give my all.
Yeah.
But then 2 of us were left, but they got her. The producer, the caster, said he wants me because I really gave my all. But the producer gives the money, right? He said, I want the other girl because she's taller. Man. Since then I was like, because she's taller. But it didn't, it didn't really, make me less confident, I mean, it means it's not for me. That's the thing, it's not for me. Just move on, right? So it's the fact that you were chosen as a top 2 matters a lot to me.
Yeah, and I also want to say that it's okay to start small and to go wherever you need to go after that. A lot of times people want to just start at straight of a commercial. Actually, what happened from there is that I actually had a situation where I was just feeding the actors and serving them, and I became it was a Viking film, and I actually became one of, actually had lines and everything, and they're just like, hey, the guy didn't show up, do you want to do it? And so what I want to talk about is that, yeah, that's how you start somewhere. So when it comes to modeling, just starting and just doing photo shoots and everything, and then this photo shoot person knows this person, and this person knows this person, and it leads to all these different types of opportunities. So yeah, you have anything to add?
And then another tip that we want to give you is when you are committed to do a shoot for a particular day, let's say today, don't schedule another commitment on the same day, because I'm telling you, sometimes, although here in America, here in the US, what I notice is that they really stick to the time frame. But then, let's just say things happen, and sometimes you're supposed to pack up at probably 6 in the evening, but then it got delayed for some reasons, and you have another commitment which is far from where you are. Please, otherwise you cannot focus anymore. You will screw up everything. It's either you give up the other commitment, or you give up your prior commitment. So you mentioned something about probably another actor or another talent not showing up for the shoot, and you got a break. Okay, here's another tip for you. When let's say you want to audition for something and you feel like, is this project really for me? So before you doubt, just imagine that, what if some people don't show up in that audition and you are the only one who showed up? So most likely you'd be, somehow you'd be selected because you're the only one and they have no choice, especially if there's an urgency for that particular project. And it happened to me, Jake, like back in the Philippines, it was a stormy day. It's like midday and there's a storm. Really, when there's a storm, you would rather be in your bed, right? And when I say storm in the Philippines, it's really storm with lightning, with floods and all on the road. And then I was like texting my agent, like, is this audition gonna be pushing through? And she said, yeah. Oh my gosh, so they're not stopping. They're okay. And then I was like, oh, going or not. But then I realized, okay, what if other talents, they don't show up?
Yeah.
So it means that I would have bigger chance to get in. So what I did, I just took a shower, prepared myself to be in there, got a taxi cab, got there, and there was like, I think me or just 2 of us in there. You know what? I got the project.
That's awesome.
I got the
That's
project. So I was like, see, you have to be wise also, because you need to strategize. You don't just give up on your passion, and that's a thing. So
There'll be times I'll be in like an audition and I look at, you go into this place and it's just, everyone's got a certain look and everything. And for me, I'm always just trying to have a good time with people and trying to show people like it's about the heart. Like it really is.
And I just want to add up to that, Jake, that when I say go for, let's say, for an audition, but you don't go just because you just want to go. You have to prepare too.
Yes.
I mean, I decided to go, but I was all prepared during, the day before that, or once you get the notice that you have an audition or a schedule for any go-see or what.
Yeah.
But you have to prepare. You have to sleep, good, or you need to have enough hours of sleep, and then your mind is really focused on what you're gonna do for that day. You have to prepare your clothes and stuff. You have to be prepared. You have to be ready. Don't just go because you just want to show up. That's not what I'm saying when I said decide that you have to go because others won't go. So you have to prepare, because if you're not prepared, believe me, don't blame anyone if you don't get the project, because even though you get rejected for that project, at least you did good. And that's what you're gonna tell yourself, I did my best.
Yeah, you showed up.
Yeah,
you showed up. That's
so
like the most important
there's nothing to lose. Believe me, when you get rejected, don't take it personally. Don't say, oh, I don't look nice, or I'm not pretty, I'm not handsome, I'm not good looking, that's why they didn't get me. No, believe me, in the audition process, they're looking for that perfect match for what they're looking for, the character that they're looking for, someone to portray for that role.
I need that.
Yeah, they need to get the perfect match, because if you're a producer and you're investing a lot of money for that project, why would you get someone, okay, maybe this is okay, oh, maybe Jake is okay for now, maybe Ina can do it, but they don't take risks. That's why you have there's millions and thousands of talents out there, so that's why they go to this audition process, right? And they meticulously select whoever matches that specific role. And that's why when you get that role, please believe me, just say yes if you really mean it, because you are so lucky and blessed that you got the role, right?
Yeah.
Imagine sometimes you're doing a background extra, right?
Yeah.
But then they selected still from among the thousands or hundreds of people by merely looking at your profile picture. That's why it's very important.
Yes.
If you have to invest in this industry, invest in the right photographer if you cannot do it yourself, because it's very important that the picture, the photos that you're submitting to them is decent and professionally photographed, right? The next thing is, of course, you have to have a lot of wardrobe as well. They always ask us for wardrobe, right?
Yeah, wardrobe, yeah.
And sometimes what happens is you have a project or a shoot for tomorrow. Late night tonight is when they're gonna give you all the instructions, the details, like how many wardrobes, what type, what color. If you don't have them, then where are you gonna get in the middle of the night, right? So you have to invest in your wardrobe. You have to be there on time. That's the number one rule. No matter what happens, you have to be there on time.
Yeah, you do.
When there's a call time, let's say
literally 30 minutes, probably 30 minutes early. You need to be
30 minutes early, you have to be there. Otherwise, you're no good. I mean, they won't like you, I promise you.
Yeah.
So forget about your makeup, forget about your wardrobe. They can have options probably on the set, but be there on time. And much as we would love to talk and catch up with Jake for hours, but then I don't want to edit a lot of the things that we have shared with you here in this episode. But we want to hear from Jake, if he has advice or anything to say to those who are aspiring actors or talents or models, then go ahead.
Yeah, I think we talked about a lot already, but I would definitely say to keep on doing what you love and don't let naysayers like get the best of you. Like, you love doing it, keep on doing it. And also like enjoy doing it.
Then of course we want to promote you as an actor. I mean,
Yeah, cool.
a lot of probably directors or cinematographers or filmmakers would be able to see this episode of mine. We never know. So where can they find you? Social media?
Yeah, so my social media is Jake Rohrs, Rohrs.
Okay, so it's Jake Rohrs. I think I said Jake Rohr. Alright.
Yeah, so my last name is Rohr.
It's
so
Rohr.
it literally is like roar like a lion.
It's Rohr.
yeah.
Rohr. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I've always my whole theme is lion stuff, long hair, beard.
Yeah.
It works. So.
Ever since you have this beard?
Ever since I could grow a beard,
Okay.
I went for it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And so Instagram is Jake Rohr.
Jake Rohrs. Yeah.
And of course, it's time to say goodbye, Jake, and thank you so much. I really love seeing and catching up with you
good.
because it is at this time that we need to reach out to one another, pray for one another, and show each other that we care. For not only to other friends but for co-actors, because we know that it is very much hit by this pandemic.
Yeah,
And so we want to say goodbye, everyone. Always be positive.
I
Yeah.
just want to say thank you to your husband. What's your husband's name?
Raymond
What's the last name again?
Dahilig.
I can't say that, but thank you, Raymond, for just continuously the rides that we had and everything like that. Means a lot.
Yeah, and it's no problem. I mean, we can always do that, and we always pray that our schedule will be arranged so that we can always, ride along. And so thank you so much, everyone, for always supporting our channel, Rabino Dahilig, and always stay positive, be prayerful, and be safe. So bye.